Mr. Holness, me run up and down for you in a green shirt. Mountain View people run up and down for you in a green shirt. Whole heap of ghetto people run up and down for you in a green shirt. With all fairness, when you single out the people them who can buy half of bread and 2 pound of flour, that no fear, Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, dress up your speech.
Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. When I talk about the government, some people don't like it. When I talk about the government, some people appreciate it. But these are the things that Gazadiva will always talk about when it comes on to this pug-nose, green shirt wearing, big oversized 14 clocks wearing mother. Let me tell you something. This is the highest level of disrespect that has ever been meted out to a group of people who helped to elect this person. Anyway, when we get back, we're going to talk about it and we're going to look into it. Let's kick it up.
You're not like anyone else. You find the way you are. Did you do this all yourself? A smile ignites the room. Sending us up to the time, you know it's Kartel, representing for Blessydgazadiva.
For those of you who know Auntie Donna is one of the most vocal, open, vibrant, ardent, dedicated, up to the time, round to the corner, down to the minute JLP that you can ever find. But this is not a JLP versus PNP. And this is why I can respect somebody like her, because everybody knows she's a JLP. And me never vote, so I'm nobody. I'm just a bystander looking on. And when you see a JLP, a ardent, consistent JLP supporter can forward out and write and say something like this, you know that she's crushed. You know that she's hurt. You know that she's offended. And that is why I know what Andrew Holness has stated to the people of Jamaica on this global platform, because it's all over and making the rounds on social media, is very offensive. If you can offend the very grassroots supporter, if you can offend somebody who the world knows, supports, and love your movement, if you can offend somebody who will literally wear green every day, eat green food, change everything in our house to green, make all of our supporters say green, then you understand that you have really truly offended the people of Jamaica. Now, when you talk about disrespect, Andrew Holness has taken it to another level. Let's listen to what Andrew Holness had to say.
The persons in your constituency and in so many other constituencies across the island who can't buy food for 3 days of lockdown.
Because the persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pound of rice, the big jar of oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back, those persons are not wearing their mask.
Mr. Holness, me run up and down for you in a green shirt. Mountain View people run up and down for you in a green shirt. Whole heap of ghetto people run up and down for you in a green shirt. With all fairness, when you single out the people them who can buy half of bread and 2 pound of flour, that no fear, Mr. Holness. Mr. Holness, dress up your speech, because you're including me in it and the whole heap of people, them and whole heap of ghetto people, wear them few years when I go out with it, same as all the rich people, them see whole heap of big party I keep, whole heap of international artists come here and they all about, and me no see video put up, and me no see none of them in a. So Mr. Holness, you shouldn't say something like that, sir. Me love you to me heart, you can't do no wrong in my eye, but today you're wrong. You can't put me out, so. You can't put out the ghetto people them, so. Decline, soon call you back.
Now, people, let's not get lost by anything that is said here. The first thing is a number of people are going to say people are blowing what Andrew has said out of proportion. Nobody is blowing what Andrew Holness has said out of proportion. People are really seeing Andrew Holness for what he truly, genuinely is. There are so many people who have violated the Rona restrictions. Uptown, Middletown, and downtown. And you see who him single out? There are so many people who you can see without the necessary precautions out and about in the street with Rona. And you see who him single out? There are so many people when the regular class of poor people that has been segmented and selected out. One, because them either not have no money for go party. Two, them either not have no money for run with our country. Whilst they are the most you will see them a do, a play water situations and water commissioner watch them, so that are the whole next topic. But the most you will see them a do, a play water war in a them community. Whilst the ones who can afford it, they gone all excursions, they gone yachts, they gone beaches, and they enjoy themselves to the max and the fullest without taking the necessary precautions in the country area, because they have the money where they can go to the country area and pay for a room. Whilst the person who buys the half a bread, the person who buys the chicken back at the corner shop on Olympic Way, especially that put Mr. Holness into power, this is the singling out and the payback that they get. Now, people can look at it and say anything they want to say, but let's be pragmatic about what Andrew Holness has said. When the people them did up and down on motorcades, weren't they putting and not observing the Rona clause? That is one of the reasons, and I hold to this day, the main reason why Rona has taken over this place is because the election was called at the wrong time. Whether the government wants to own up to it, the government's friend want to own up to it. And you, Mr. Man, over there, so when I stop watch my video them, come here, say you dissect one of my video them. Me there I talk about your boy, Pugnos, Prime Minister again. Oh yeah. And your Pugnos Prime Minister is basically saying that the ghetto people and the poor people, they are the ones spreading Rona. You see, since him never spell it out for you, because me don't know how you find offended or get offended by me saying what your prime minister say, what your prime minister did afraid for say in reality, which is he is basically blaming dancehall as the greatest contributor for crime and violence in this country. Because if a situation like Canis brought you into parliament the next day after visiting her house, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is that dancehall needs to be changed and looked at, it simply means that instead of you just coming out and blatantly saying all of the decadence in the society is due to dancehall, you're trying to pretty it up. The man them need for watch what them are saying. No, you are basically saying that. But you see, you stupid one over there, who claims say you dissect me, I wouldn't even give you or call your name on my platform. Because the good thing is you're watching me, I'm not watching you. There's nothing that you have ever put out, even when you talk about my artist, that interests me. That's how much I don't like you. So you don't need to waste your time talking about me. And thanks to all of those who DM'd me about what that little clown said on his IG live, he's not important. Now back to the story. This man is basically saying that the poorer class citizen who ran up and down for him in the motorcade in his green clocks when him climbing through the rooftop, them elevating him, causing themselves in a crowd to be a blanket, he is now blaming them for what has happened with the spread of Rona. Now, you don't tell me if that is not a level of brightness and feistiness. The man don't understand, say it was the same people who got a shop, buy the quarter bread, buy the half a bread, big Gilla oil, and the chicken back. And you can literally see him feeling for the type of things that these people do buy because he doesn't know them. He's not familiar with them. I hope you paid attention to that. Just like the one in the parliament with the basket who couldn't identify a can of bully beef, even though he was using it for educational purposes. He couldn't identify a can of beef. It's the same thing with this man. He cannot readily tell you off the bat what poor people buys because he's so far from reality. He's so out of touch with reality. He doesn't know the type of things that ghetto people do consume. But this is on a bro God want to vote for. And a lot of people are telling him to watch what he's saying. He's never cared about the poor people. Them really take poor people for fool. Them really take poor people for fool. And let me tell you something. My platform will always be used to highlight these things, because when you see these things, having been somebody who knows what poverty is like, having been somebody who's been through it, it's a really tough, hard pill to swallow. You should be singling out the middle class as well. You should be talking to them and tell them and say those that go into Asmart, Azan, Fantana, they are not doing stuff either. You can't just be labeling out the man them pan the corner. Another thing that a few persons are saying, because this has opened up a can of worms, What have you provided? Have you provided anything that the people them can wear to protect themselves and cover themselves? Not really. Poor people are doomed with a prime minister like this. How about him give out and distribute some of them thing there when claims that the people them now wear? Give out some of them. Can you discriminate against your own people? Because you know why it is flagrant discrimination and open discrimination and clear discrimination? You singled out that particular group. And even if you were answering a question for somebody who holds the highest post in the Jamaican government parliament, you should have known better and tackled this differently. And you should understand that if I say certain things, it's going to be looked upon differently. You can't talk like the regular man. I can talk things and get away with it. You can't talk things and get away with it. Because we're all looking at what you say, even if you sneeze. But hear what? I, from where I sit, can't tell you that I feel any particular way for anybody that voted for him. And he's talking down to them and they feel some kind of way now. I don't. Because as people, we need to be smarter than 5 pounds of flour, 2 pounds of chicken back, a quarter of bread, big gilla oil, 2 tin mackerel, 3 grace powder, and the works go on. That your prime minister can't even identify readily and call them like me. You can't put them people here in a power to govern you. Because they have to have a genuine care and concern about your basic amenities. And even if they don't consume it or use it, they must understand what your basic needs are. Because if they don't understand what your basic needs are, then how are they going to help you to meet your basic needs? Anyway, tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. I've had the video for some time, but guys, there are some times when I need to get in my zone and just put my thoughts together properly and just not make a video because I'm making a video's sake. Anyhow, we'll have a discussion as per usual, and you'll get this video tomorrow morning. So we'll talk down below in the comment section. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell. And if you've not yet smashed the like button on this video, smash the like button and send this out. I'm out.